Hi, everybody. Good morning. It's the 27th of April here. My name is Brian. This is Class A Plus English. And today we are going to continue with the life and suffering of Sir Brante. I think this is what, number 18 or number 19? We're getting deep into the game, yeah? I hope you're well. It's a sunny day here in Alicante. Let me quickly tell you about the channel. I'm an English teacher. I'm from Ireland and living in Spain. I'm an English teacher, mostly online. And what I'm doing with this channel is I'm playing story-driven games. And for English language learners, I'm putting I'm explaining the vocabulary, to help students build their vocabulary. Yeah, basically that's what it is. So story-driven games, lots of choices, etc. It's really nice, yeah. And I'm really, really enjoying this game. We're getting into the nitty-gritty of the game now, I think. A lot has happened. Too much to explain, I'm afraid. So if you're new here, welcome to Class A, and I would recommend that you go back and check out the previous episodes, I suppose you'd call it, of the game, because there's quite a big backstory. So we're going to jump in today. A lot happened yesterday, I think it was, and yesterday or Friday, I don't remember. Um, what happened? Sophia, my love, left me. Yeah, she's gone to another city, and yeah, I nearly got murdered, didn't I? I nearly got murdered in the bathhouse by my spy master, Sir Philippe El Ferro. But I managed to, how can I say it? I managed to talk him out of it. Yeah, to talk someone out of, well, murdering me, basically. Now, when we finished yesterday, somebody had arrived at the print shop. So let's find out. Let's get into it. Okay, I hope the audio is good, everyone. Yeah, so please tell me if there's any problems. Okay, here we go. An urgent deal, a pressing deal, a pressing issue. Okay, it is late. You are preparing to go home when a priest with a long staff, a stick, walks into the print shop. You recognize him immediately. He is the abbot of the temple. He's like the boss of the temple at the Silver Tree. The face, if the new faith in Anizotte, Father Leonard. Okay, there's a mistake there. So I think this game has been translated from Russian. Yeah, so often when we see a document or something, if there's a spelling mistake or something, we call that a typo, Typo, and I think there is a typo here. He's the abbot, the face. There should be of the new faith in Anizotte, Father Leonard. Okay, but like I said, I've said this, usually in a stream I find like one typo, so it's really not that many. Because, like there is so much dialogue, I suppose, there's so many, yeah, dialogue, yeah, there's so much dialogue in this game. It's not really that bad. Let's find out what he wants. So he's the abbot, you can see him. He's of the new faith. So in the game, there's been a split in the old order. So this is set in a medieval fantasy world, There's magic and also the religion. The gods are twins. Yeah, there's two twins. And what what's happening? There's been a split. There's been like a reformation or something in the church. There's the new faith and the old faith, and they're kind of arguing. Everybody's arguing at the moment. Let's find out what he wants. Okay, so Father Leonard, I must apologize for visiting you at so late an hour. Still, I am glad. I'm happy. You are here, Sean. I am Father Leonard. You may have been to a sermon of mine, but I do not believe we have ever spoken in person. Do I know you? Do I know you? I've come to you regarding a rather delicate matter. So, how would you say that? Something that needs to be handled delicately. So I need to be very careful. but I have been made aware that your print shop often deals in matters such as these. Okay, so I'm back in my home city of Anizotte, and I have a business. I have a print shop. Now, the print shop was funded, it was paid for by the secret chancellery, which is basically the secret police of the world, because I am in the pay of the secret police, everybody. I am actually a spy. I'm using the print shop as a front, as a cover, you know? Oh, I'm a businessman. I'm a reputable businessman, but in fact, behind the scenes, yeah, I'm up to no good. I am trying to cause chaos and disorder in the city. I've been printing leaflets. I've been trying to stir up the common people and, just creating disorder. So anyway, Father Leonard has heard that, he's heard something about my print shop. I believe you know that Cassius Magra's current patriarch has not recognized the new faith. Our numbers are great, but the patriarch thinks we are just another heretical sect. Kind of a cult, yeah? Sect is like a cult. Heretical against God, like spaghetti bolognese, as my student Luigi told me. I had a student in Bologna, in Italy, and he was really quite old. He was into his 70s. And I was like, Bologna, bolognese, spaghetti bolognese. And he said, spaghetti bolognese is a heresy. It's against God, he told me. So he wasn't very happy about that. Similarly, tortellini, if I'm pronouncing that right, is the food of Bologna. My teacher, Patriarch Fotis, was betrayed and murdered before he could have his doctrine recognized. The light of the new faith struck fear into the hearts of his enemies. Yeah, so there's this new church. Let's think kind of Catholics and Protestants, kind of a Reformation, But I am determined to make sure Fotis's teachings get the same recognition and respect in Magra as the teachings of Isatius. Sorry, excuse my pronunciation there, I don't really know. 1 month from today is an important day for the new faith, the anniversary of Patriarch Fotis's murder. I wish to gather to bring my flock at the place of his true death to address Patriarch Cassius and demand recognition for our faith. A flock is a collective noun we can use for sheep. Yeah, sheep, a flock of sheep. We have a flock of birds as well, I think, yeah? Flock of birds, flock of seagulls. But often in Christianity, they talk about the congregation, the people who go to church every Sunday. Not like us, everyone. This is Sunday. This is our church, all right? This is the church of Class A, okay? You are my congregation, everybody. Don't call me father and don't call me abbot. If several thousand new believers gather in the city, the patriarch will have no choice but to heed our call, to heed, to listen, to understand, to heed it. Yeah, you hear the information and you remember it. Yeah, to heed something. But in order to bring all these people to Anizotte, I need your help, Brante. I know you can not only print my appeal, but also distribute it throughout the province. This is a fantastic sentence here for anyone doing exams. First certificate, FCE, Cambridge Advanced, IELTS, TOEFL, anything like this. Yeah, look at this sentence. I know you can not only print my appeal, so he wants me to print some leaflets, but also distribute it throughout the province. So this is a really nice linking expression here. Not only, but also. Yeah? So I can say, I can play the guitar and the violin. Okay? I can play the guitar and the violin. This is not true. I don't play any music. But just imagine. So there's two things, right? I can play the guitar and the violin. Now, That's a very elementary way to say something. So look at this structure. I can say, not only do I play the guitar, but also the violin. Yeah? Much, much, much more advanced level language. So if you're doing exams, always look at that. Not only, but also. My friend John, not only does he speak French, but also German. Yeah? It's a really, really nice structure. In the city of Anizotte, the new believers stand firmly united. But our brethren, our brothers, are isolated, our comrades, our brothers, but they are isolated from one another in the rest of the province, and I have no way of reaching them through the temples, churches. The Inquisition and the priests of the old faith will never let my summons spread throughout Magra. But you can achieve what I cannot. Ooh, he needs me, everybody. He needs me. He needs us, yeah? I've written my appeal down for you. Please print it and see that my summons spreads to every corner of Magra. I want every Magran new believer to realize that now is the time to stand up for our doctrine. I will summon them to the silver tree on the day of Photis's death. Time to stand up. Get up, stand up. Patriarch Photis claimed that the truth that revealed itself to Isatius is not the only way to serve the twins. I'm not going to go into it, I'm not going to go into it. You need to go back and watch previous streams. The doctrine of the new faith frees its followers from the strict shackles of the lots and teaches them to seek their own path to the peak of the shining pillar. So in the game, there's basically classes. You have the common people, the plebs, the workers, the drones, Then you have the nobles, the elite, the rich, the warriors. You have the clergy here, like our boy, the abbot. And then you have the Archneans, who are they're not human, they have blue skin, but basically I think they represent the royalty, So there's like 4 different classes. Now, the new faith is saying, no, we are not stuck to our class. We can move, you know what I mean? We don't need to be suffering all the time, basically. Our lives can be improved. Commoners free from the lots, from the classes, refusing to do nothing but work and suffer. Lowly peasants claiming the right to rule and wage war. New believers ready to take up arms and fight for their faith. If they receive Father Leonard's summons, they will likely flock to the streets of Anizotte. So I said a flock as a noun, a flock of sheep, a flock of seagulls, a flock of, congregation in a church. But also we have the verb to flock. To flock means many, many people going somewhere, So he's saying here that people will rush, they will flock to the city if they have the information. You glance over the handwritten page the abbot has given you. To glance, quickly look. I glanced at it. Did you read the report? I glanced at it. I quickly went over it. I went through it. Brothers and sisters who have heard and received the word of the Patriarch Photis as your own new faith, you have been summoned. Come to the place where our teacher's life was tragically cut short on the day of his demise. We will meet there in the shade of the silver tree to honor the memory of Patriarch Photis and complete his life's work. We're going to finish the job. We will make ourselves heard by Patriarch Cassius. We will demand that the Church recognize the new faith as equals to the teachings of Saint Isatius. We will camp in the city and we will not leave until our demands are met. Okay, so in the previous stream we had some problems. There's so many people in the city. I'm getting paranoid here. This audio is okay. Okay, I hope it's okay. I did a stream one day and I think I was going for like an hour and a half and it was on mute. So that happens sometimes. Okay, we will make ourselves overheard by Patriarch Cassius. We will demand the church recognizes us, that we are equal, and we will camp in the city and we won't leave until our demands and people listen to us. Our demands are met and people listen to us, okay? We want equality. Father Leonard has a great following among the people. His summons could have significant repercussions. Effect. Yeah, big effects, I suppose, yeah. What should you do? Okay, let's have a look. I can't contact the Inquisition. Let's see what we can do. We can fulfill his request. You print his appeal and distribute it throughout Magra. The church will go up 1. Unrest will go up 2. Spy network goes down. My reputation goes down. Theology goes up. I can report him to my boss, meaning the church goes down. Things get calmer. The unrest in the city will go down. My spy work goes up 2. Father Leonard's appeal could pose too much of a threat to the balance of power in Anizotte. And the third one, take advantage of his sermon to recruit people into the last straw. Let's look. Unrest goes up, spy network goes up, eloquence goes up. Willpower doesn't matter. You accept the abbot's request on one condition. He must let your man speak to his flock before Leonard delivers his sermon. I guess this is the one to go for, everyone, yeah? The spy network gets stronger. Okay, family reputation, I'm not really too bothered. Eloquence goes up, though, my speaking. Let's go for take advantage. We'll try to recruit. We'll try to get new members. For the last straw is a secret society we have set up in Anizotte. But like I said, really we are spies for the powers that be. You will help Father Leonard, but only on one condition. The abbot must let your man address the new believers on that day. He hesitates. He's clearly wary of your request, but he is also clearly out of options. Wary, to be cautious, you know? If there's a big dog and it's barking, I'm kind of wary of it. I'm not going to go over to it, you know? I'm very cautious, you know? He's cautious, but he has no cards to play, as Donald Trump keeps babbling, yeah? Like a buffoon. Very well, you have my word. Pinky promise. All other orders are cancelled. You focus all your efforts on printing Father Leonard's summons. Once the leaflets are done, flyers, the paper leaflets here, they are spread throughout the province by people you trust. New believers soon begin to leave small Magaran towns and villages and head to Anizotte. We've talked about this a lot. To head somewhere, to go. Yeah, to go. It's a very typical language for native speakers. I meet my friend in the street. He says, "Hey, Brian, where are you heading?" "Oh, I'm heading to work. I'm heading to a big department store in the middle of the city." You know who you are. Wow, big crowd. The city authorities soon take note of the pilgrims arriving in greater numbers every day. 1 week before the Patriarch Photis's memorial, the Anizotte shuts its cities. There should be no article there. It should be just Anizotte shuts its gates. There's no article. Okay, that's another mistake. But the thousands of new believers already inside its walls are outraged. They're really angry. And the gendarmes, the police, are forced to reopen the city. So in the previous stream, it was the common people protesting. Now we've got kind of the religious people, I suppose. The prefecture, the Inquisition, the Legion, the army. None of them are ready to contend with the masses of new believers united by a common purpose. There's the silver tree. Okay, so this is like a holy tree. people hallucinate and all kinds of stuff here, yeah? They have visions. On the day of Patriarch Photis's death, Father Leonard prepares to address his flock with a sermon, speech, at the Silver Tree. Before he does so, however, he keeps his promise and lets your man Fuad have the first word. Fuad. When I lived in Turkey, my boss was called Fuat, I think it was. Mr. Fuat. Not sure, was it Fuad? I don't remember. For several days you have been preparing a speech for Fuad. Every word has been honed. It's very, very precise. Not one is to be wasted, okay? So it's not flowery language. It's very direct and to the point. You pull up your hood and join the huge crowd that has answered the abbot's call. Oh. And now the elderly preacher comes out on the steps of the temple. So here's that word again, elderly, old, yeah? We can say, my grandfather is elderly, but I cannot say, I don't know, Rome is an elderly city. No, it's an old or ancient city, yeah? We only use elder, old, elder, eldest. That's how it works, yeah? Fuad addresses the immense crowd with all the might his voice can muster. You better do a good job, Fuad. The new faith has given them the chance to choose their own lots, their own classes, you say, despite the resistance of the old faith and the entire old world. Those who wish to follow their own path will have to oppose the old ways. It cannot be helped, but they need not fear because they are not alone. The mob, the crowd of people mutters, but it is clear that many of them are weighing Fuad's words to weigh up the words. Some shout a question. If they choose this path, where should they go? And Fuad responds, the last straw will welcome them with open arms. The last straw is our secret society. It's what a trap. You hear harsh sounds behind your back, strong words. The gendarmes use clubs to make their way through the crowd to the steps of the temple. You give Fuad a signal. Time to run. The old preacher quickly disappears in the back streets of the temple district. Father Leonard starts his sermon, but the new believers, excited and confused by Fuad's speech, barely listen. The struggle against the patriarch barely interests them now. Many of them have begun to dream of a new and better goal. It looks like it's successful, everyone. The abbot's plan for Patriarch Photis's memorial is ruined. The flock has assembled in the city, but the throng of new believers are not united. Some leave the city soon afterwards. Others, however, linger. They wait in the streets. Father Fuad, this mysterious last straw is the only thing the faithful are talking about. I remember all their faces, then send them to Alida to make sure they share our goals. If she says they pass muster, I speak to them myself, and let me tell you, my friend, there are even priests among them. To pass muster, if they are acceptable, if it pass muster, kind of a funny expression, yeah. If something pass muster, it's passed, it's acceptable. So I guess they're checking out the people, the people come and say, oh, we want to join the last straw. And they're like, we need to talk to you first, and kind of decide, are these people true? Are they warriors, common folk warriors, or are they spies, etc.? Unfortunately, the fact that your print shop was connected to the gathering of the new faith cannot be concealed for long. It cannot be hidden for long. As a consequence, your family falls out of favor with the noble gentry who all respect the teachings of Isatius. Okay, so everyone knows we did it. My family want to become nobles, and it's all about, reputation with them. So our reputation has dropped a bit. But you pay no attention to the accusations. The identity of the strange, rebellious preacher was never discovered after all. Leonard will never reveal your identity. Of that you can be certain. His intentions may be different from yours, but you know that he wants a revolt no less than you. Your words clearly hit home with him. All right, good. So Leonard, we have a new friend, I guess. Unrest, riots, and mayhem, everybody. It represents how rebellious the commoners of the province are and how ready they are to fight for their rights. It determines the influence of the last straw in Anizotte and the power of the impending rebellion. We are at riots and mayhem, chaos, yeah? Cool. My spy network is your covert, your hidden citywide network of spies and informants. My CIs, it determines the influence of the secret chancellery, and my people are everywhere. Okay, family reputation's gone down a bit. My eloquence has gone up, so I'm at silver-tongued, everyone, yeah? This is my ability to speak, to install faith, to guide and to lead with my speeches, most important. My willpower is my kind of force, and I'm full of power, so I'm good. Let's continue. The page turns, everyone. This event is a consequence of your previous actions. Gloria, secret plot. Gloria is my sister, my half-sister. She's a poet, but she's a commoner, so she's having lots of trouble. But I kind of defended her, I think, yeah? Let's find out what this is about. This is kind of a side mission, I think. A year has passed since the day Gloria asked for your protection. You have brought up her lowly position several times. You have brought up her lowly position several times, it should be. Yeah, times. Plural, in conversations with father, but every time his face darkens and he asks you, stop. You can feel Stefan's influence behind these refusals. This is my brother, okay? He is a noble. Your only option is to wait for something to change. Right, so that was Gloria wants. Let me show you really quickly. Is this the family tree? Okay, this is the family tree. Here I am. This is my older brother, Sir Brante. Now, this is my younger brother, Nathan, and my older sister, Gloria. So, this is my dad here. This is Daddy, Robert. Okay, so Daddy was married to Amalia, but as I think you can see here, she died. And they had a child called Stefan. Now, Robert is a noble, Amalia is a noble, their child is a noble. So after she died, he remarried. He got married again to Lydia. Now, Lydia is a commoner, and she had a child called Gloria. So they got married again, and then they had me, and they had Nathan. So there's 4 kids. Oldest, elder, me, youngest, okay? So, and then here's my grandfather, Gregor Brante, the absolute psychopath who has died his total death. And yeah, nice guy. So the situation here is, for example, Stefan is noble, I'm not, Nathan's not. And Gloria isn't either. And Gloria is the result of a sexual assault, you know. So Gloria wants Robert to adopt her, and then she becomes part of the family. That's basically what we're talking about there. Let's get some music going. Meanwhile, emotions are running high in the family. Gloria disappears for days at a time. She's often seen in the company of young citizens of low estate. The scandal. Father constantly lectures Gloria. telling her that her friends are libertines and troublemakers, and connections like these will be her downfall. Oh my God, terrible people. Your sister obediently lends an ear to his speeches, then vanishes again. So she listens to him, but she's not really taking it in. Yeah, she's not taking it in what he's saying. I am relaxing in the bath after a long day when suddenly I hear rapid footsteps in the hallway and Stefan's angry voice. The door of the bathroom bursts open. Sean, get dressed. We're waiting for you in the sitting room. It's urgent. Perplexed, confused, you get out of the tub, the bath, and make yourself presentable. Put on some clothes. Father and Stefan are waiting for you in the sitting room. Gloria is huddled in a chair in the corner. Your elder brother swiftly locks the door behind you. This bodes ill. This doesn't look good. She's pregnant, isn't she? So, I was on my way to a party at the El Laberius mansion. I was already on their doorstep when a servant told me that he had been ordered to turn me away. No, none shall pass. They will not have anything to do with a family whose offspring is a member of a secret society. Father, Sean, whom do you suppose they meant? Me. I'm the boss of a secret society. Gloria looks at Stefan defiantly, her lips pursed tightly. This is the last straw. Well, actually, yeah, the last straw is the name of the secret society. You will make pariahs of us all, Gloria. I will not allow you to ruin everything Sir Gregor, Granddaddy, worked for. Pariahs, they're not welcome, they're shunned, by polite society. So, Stefan is freaking out here because, he's been refused entry to a party. Stefan is nearly screaming, but then he pulls himself together and continues in a more composed manner. So he's freaking out, he's screaming and shouting and agitated, but then he pulls himself together. He becomes more composed, I'm afraid Lady Gloria cannot remain in this house, but being honourable people, we must provide for her future. Sir Jose El Pelletier is willing to take her as his lawful wife. Gloria, you will be accepted into a household of nobles of the sword. I have been negotiating with your suitor for quite some time. So this is back in a medieval world, everybody. Women really, it's a man's world for sure, right? I think we're talking about arranged marriages here. So hi, Gloria, meet your new husband. I don't know, I'm not one to judge. Who gave you the right to decide my fate behind my back? You aren't even the head of the family, says Gloria. She should have put that into iambic pentameter or something like that. Yeah, or maybe a haiku. Gloria, you must abide by the decisions of your elders. This family has done so much for you already. Now I'm going to provide you with a good match, good husband, but you're acting like a spoiled child. You will be a nobleman's wife, you fool. You'll be able to write your poems. You'll want for nothing. You'll be able to enjoy your life. You must abide by decisions. You must agree and follow the decisions, yeah? Yeah, right. So we're going to marry her off. We're going to marry her off to another noble who's kind of in love with her. Sir Pelletier has been hounding me for a year now. I can't believe he's in love with me, a lowly common girl. Sure, he's easy on the eyes. He's a skilled warrior and a respected nobleman. But he needs a wife to give birth to his heirs, follow him around obediently at social gatherings, and praise his chivalry. Can't you see that I don't belong in his family? Hounding someone, persisting, just constantly sending a WhatsApp message, constantly on Insta or whatever, phoning. to hound someone. I can't believe he's enough to be a lowly common girl. She's easy on the eye, so he's very handsome. He's handsome. He's a skilled warrior, respected nobleman, but basically he just wants babies, and that's not her plan. Stuff and nonsense, says Stefan. Father, here's a letter to the El Pelletiers. Sign it as the head of the family. We should invite our future relatives to our house and introduce ourselves to Gloria's future husband and his parents. I hope that Sean will do his part as well. Father reluctantly skims the letter and frowns. To skim reads very quickly. Again, if you're doing CAE or IELTS or TOEFL, you have a big reading section. You skim it, don't you? You look for the names, you look for the numbers, the important information. And he frowns. Not happy. Stefan, why have you never spoken to me about a matter of such importance? No match can be made without my consent. Have I announced my wish for Gloria to be married? Shut up, Dad. Father, she leaves us no choice. You know that we cannot make Gloria Brante by adoption, but our family reputation still suffers because of her rebellious ways. Don't you see that this marriage will benefit everyone? Except maybe, Gloria here. She springs, she jumps to her feet, choking with rage. I'm so angry. I can't speak. You do anything to prevent me from joining this family. This marriage will bring nothing but sorrow to me and Sir El Pelletier. All you think about is your own interests. So she's not really open to the suggestion that we marry her off. I can see a dilemma coming. Ingrate. To be ungrateful. I'm looking out for you. Okay, we're seeing a few typos here. It's 3. To look out for someone is like I'm taking care, I'm trying to protect you. I'm looking out for you. This is how you repay me. Or would you prefer to be cast out, to be thrown out for your disgraceful antics, your terrible behavior? Father, please sign the letter and free us from this debacle once and for all. Debacle is like terrible situation. Gloria rushes towards you in desperation and clasps my hand. Oh, Sean, what can you do? Help me. Brother, please, you promised you'd never let them kick me out. I did. Now, Chloe. Challenge Stefan to a duel. I don't think that would be good because he's kind of a warrior. Threaten Stefan. Jesus. Can't do that either. So we can push pressure on father. I think that should be put pressure. To put pressure on someone is to try to get them to do what you want. You force father to adopt Gloria and keep her in her family. Family unity goes down. Gloria's at home. Stefan is super angry with me. And everyone else is pissed off with me. Say nothing. Willpower goes up. Gloria gets married. Gloria doesn't like me. What do you think, everybody? Any ideas? What should we do? Should we put pressure on Daddy to adopt Gloria? Or should we say nothing and she gets married? Gloria's fate must be decided by the senior members of the family. You force father to adopt Gloria and keep her in the family. Unity goes down. Willpower goes down. Any opinions? Anybody? What do you think? What should we do? If we put pressure on father, Stefan will be incredibly angry with us, and also Daddy won't like me. However, if I say nothing, I get willpower. Gloria gets betrothed, she gets married, and Gloria is super angry. Anybody? Any opinions? We're looking for revolution here. We will kill the elite, I think. Come the revolution, we will assassinate whatever his name was, and Gloria will be free. I am going to say nothing. It's Sunday, everybody. Tough decisions, yeah? You embrace Gloria and hold her close, but say nothing. She looks into your eyes, hopeful, but all she hears is your dull response. Only the family's patriarch and heir can decide this matter. Your sister pushes herself away as soon as she hears her eyes filled with quiet resentment. She's pissed off with me. Well said, Sean. Well said. Sean has such respect for his elders. Truly a vital tenet of any worthy family. So, Father, what shall we do with this letter? We mustn't rush, Stefan. This is a very important decision. We have to consider it carefully. We are giving Gloria away to another family. Giving her away, everybody. This is what it was like. Well, this is what it is like for many people, I guess. Another noble family, no less. El Pelletier is madly in love with Gloria. Now, you see, he is in love with her. He's the same age as her. It's not like some old man, you know, like who wants a young wife or something. He's madly in love with her. She'll become a noble. She can write all her poetry. She can live a noble life, you know. She'll have all the money. You know, she can do what she wants. So this is why I'm kind of choosing it. I don't think it's such a bad idea if arranged marriages are a bad idea. We need to strike while the iron is hot. We need to do it now. Who else would accept a low-born lass into such an exalted and wealthy home? Sir Robert, please. I'll just be someone else's property. Please let me stay in your home. I'm not asking you to adopt me. All I'm looking for is my own little place in the world. After Gloria's speech, Father slowly begins to lose his temper. Don't be so ungrateful, Gloria. You know I support granting more freedoms to the common estate, but you have become too obstinate for your own good. A nobleman wants to take you into his home, and you have the nerve to resist. Stefan's right. You're behaving like a silly, petulant girl. She's being childish. She's being childish. She's not being an adult. With a quick flourish of the quill, Father signs El Pelletier's letter. Gloria's head droops helplessly. Congratulations, Gloria. You're getting married. As you leave me no choice, Sir Robert, I will do as you say. There is sadness in your sister's eyes as she looks at you once more, then leaves the sitting room. You'll be grand. But you can see I'm still quite good. I have good relations with her, okay? Unbelievable. Have we finally talked some sense into her? She understood. Now we just need to make a good impression on El Pelletier. I'm glad you refused to pander to her whims, Sean. Gloria is her own worst enemy. She's lucky she has us to take care of her. I'm glad you refused to pander to her whims. To pander to someone is to... Yes. You can have what you want. We will do what you want to do, you know? And whims is not serious decisions, you know? So, he's glad I'm not going along with her. Okay, she's getting married. Congratulations, Gloria. Gloria El Pelletier. Alright, willpower's gone up. Gloria got married. Oh dear. Not exactly a very happy wedding photograph there. See you, Gloria. She'll be back. $11:44. It's peacetime. I am 26 years old, everybody. Year 1144. The Archduke relents. After many years of simmering, unceasing hostilities between the overseer Gaius Tempest and Archduke Melanidas, finally come to an end. The Archduke has abandoned all attempts to collect additional taxes from the people. So yeah, there was this big thing about taxes. There's a kind of a power struggle between Gaius Tempus and the Archduke. And what they've been doing in this power struggle is like Gaius has been taxing the people and the Archduke has been taxing the people. So he has abandoned, he's given up all hope of collecting taxes, yeah? By my grace, I hereby release the common people of Magara from the Archduke's tax. All hail the dynasty of Melanidas, which has protected you since time immemorial, forever. The farmers and merchants can finally heave a sigh of relief. Unexpectedly, the Archduke soon withdraws. That should be withdraws, yeah? So he leaves from all provincial affairs, sequestering himself in the ancestral castle of Serpenwerda. Okay, so he's not involved in politics, local politics, and he just kind of sequesters himself. He just kind of moves to his castle. He's playing PlayStation, playing Grand Theft Auto 6 all day, and eating popcorn and doing nothing. The gentry who remain loyal to the Archduke are baffled. They're confused. Has he accepted defeat at the hands of the overseer, or is this just an elaborate ruse? A ruse, good. An elaborate ruse is a trick, you know? A complicated trick to get what he wants, you know? Either way, with the Archduke out of the picture, with him away, the senior gentry of Magara have lost some of their influence to the overseer and his retinue, his crowd, his entourage of budding dynasties and nobles of the mantle. The feud between the two Arcanian rulers has ended, but the noble estate has been split nonetheless. The common people see this as yet another reason to demand change. Alright, good. I'm going to take a little break here now. The wealth of Magara has gone up, power has gone up. Let's have a look. Oh, we should check that one actually. Alright, give me a minute, everybody. I need to go to the bathroom. I'm going to be right back. And, yeah, 2 seconds, okay? Okay, we're back. Okay, good. I hope you're enjoying this, yeah? So, just quickly, a quick break. If you are enjoying this stream, please do me a favor and press like. If you haven't subscribed, it really helps if you can subscribe to the channel. It's a really, really small channel, yeah? And yeah, cheers. Okay, let's get back into the game. Okay, now where were we? A dangerous hall. Now that Archduke Melanidas has yielded in his struggle for power, he's given up. The city of Anizotte is enjoying a moment of respite. They're taking a break. But your gut tells you to stay on your guard. Hang on 1 second, I need to check volume here. Okay. Okay. But my gut feeling, yeah, my gut, I have a gut feeling, I have a hunch, I have a bad feeling tells you to stay on guard, be careful. The powerful Arcanian noble has relinquished, he's given up some of his power, and someone will surely make an attempt to grab it, to seize it. You tell your people to watch the city closely and report anything even slightly suspicious to you right away. At first they mistake your unease, your nervousness for unfounded paranoia. But your gut feeling soon proves to be true. Late one night, Elida barges into the print shop, clearly excited. She's one of my employees. Fuad's found something big. You've got to see this. She takes you to the north gate. Fuad is waiting for you in a dark back street next to a sizable wooden crate. The old man lifts the heavy lid with a groan. Oh! What is it, everybody? What do you think it is? In my opinion, it is going to be explosives. Hang on, my cat. Hey, Kitty, how's it going? You want to go out? There you go. I'll let the cat out so she can go into the sunshine. I think it's going to be explosive. It's going to be gunpowder. Here, my friend, take a look. You take a step closer and freeze involuntarily. Elida manages a nervous chuckle. Philippe wipes beads of sweat from his eyebrows. Very good, Brian. Inside the crate are at least 24 gunpowder muskets, along with bullet pouches full of lead balls. With a couple of kegs of gunpowder, this would be enough to arm a full squad. Okay, muskets are very old rifles, you know, very, very old muskets, yeah. Very, very basic kind of weapons, but they've got the lead balls, so they've got the bullets. Now, a keg. We don't see really kegs of gunpowder anymore, but you would, like a barrel, I suppose, a barrel of gunpowder. We have kegs of beer. If you go to a bar, you will see those metal kegs, yeah? It's a keg. Where they pour the beer comes from the keg. You cannot help but recall the convicts' revolt in Illyria 3 years ago. Nowadays, anyone even suspected of owning a firearm, a weapon, similar to the guns they used, is sent to the gallows at once. Okay, so in the game, you have... It's kind of weird, so it's a kind of medieval fantasy, and one of the fantasy parts of the game is you can die 3 times, and then you are reborn, you are resurrected. However, the 4th death is your final death, and if you get executed, if the nobles aren't happy with you for something like, I don't know, trying to start a revolution, if they execute you, you go straight to your final death. You don't come back. Where did Fuad find all this? The old man lifts a finger, eager to enlighten you, like Alan Shearer scoring a goal. So I was doing my watch, just like you asked, in a nice little place by the gate. Probably a bar, Fuad. But then I see a loaded wagon with 3 sturdy fellows on it. They look every bit like your ordinary workmen, except there's something funny about them. They keep whispering and fidgeting. They're anxious, they're nervous, all odd-like strange. So I think maybe they are the last straw, right? I wanted to shush them, tell them to calm down. But the twins told me I'd better wait, and then, bam! They get stopped by a patrol, by the police. The gendarmes keep asking them questions. Before you know it, they ask to see what's in the crate, in the box. Well, that was that. The youngsters were all over the gendarme before I could blink of an eye. They did a real number on them. I tell you what, the gendarmes barely managed to cry for help before they all got knocked out. Crack! Then the guys started bickering. They started arguing. They ended up dumping the crate down an alley and scattering, running away in different directions. The gendarmes came too and stumbled after them. Everybody forgot about the crate, the box. I thought I ought to see. I thought I should see what all the fuss was about. When I saw what was in there, I dragged the crate off to the side and called for you right away. To drag, to pull something very heavy, yeah? To drag it like a dead body, maybe. You know, sometimes you have to drag a dead body down to the basement before you chop it up. You know, something like that. You give the packing crate a closer look and notice a trademark branded on the side. This is a crate from one of Mayor Egmont's mines. They usually contain silver. Oh, Mayor, what are you up to, my man? So Egmont is smuggling firearms into the city now. So Egmont is smuggling weapons into the city now, and men who know about it are being hunted by the prefecture. They will not be able to hide for long. And once they are finally caught, it will not be long before Philippe hears about these weapons. Philippe El Ferro being my spy master boss. To smuggle contraband, yeah? Contraband. So, to bring something illegally, like into a country, you know, hidden. People smuggle drugs, people smuggle weapons, people smuggle people, unfortunately, these days, right? And the person who smuggles is what we call a smuggler, contrabandista, yeah? You stare at the guns, lost in thought. Where did Egmont procure? Where did he get these weapons? Are there more of them stashed throughout the city? Are there more crates of firearms hidden, stashed throughout the city? Class A Plus likes stashes, everybody. You might not have all the answers, but you still have something to do. Okay, we've got two choices here. We can report it to the boss. You give him the crate of guns and track down the men who smuggled it into the city. What happens? The province power goes down. Unrest is reduced. My spy network goes up to 7. Mayor Egmont is arrested, and I am good with Philippe El Ferro. So that's one choice we have, and the other one is we can take the weapons for ourselves, and we can stockpile arms. Power goes down. Mayor Egmont is arrested. With the gunpowder, you can use these weapons to arm a squad of the last straw members personally loyal to you. We can get tooled up, everybody, yeah? Sorry, where's my cat gone? I need to close the window. What do you think we should do? Report it to Philippe? Keep the weapons ourselves. Destiny, stash of gunpowder, that means revolution. Scheming goes up. I am going to decide, I am going to seize, I'm going to take the weapons for the last straw. We are All in, everybody. We are all in. These firearms are incredibly valuable. They ought to be put to good use. Haha, like us, the revolutionaries. You tell Fuad to find you a wagon of your own so you can hide the crates somewhere safe. So they've come across this crate of weapons. To come across something is to find by accident, yeah? I came across a really interesting article on the internet yesterday. And a few days ago, I was in a bookshop and I came across an excellent book I was looking for. So it means to find something, you're not looking for, you know, to find it by chance. Father Fuad says, and the gendarmes, they're patrolling the city. They will be sure to search us if they see us. Let Alida take care of it. A few carefully orchestrated street brawls, fights along your route, all to distract the gendarme long enough for you to pass. Clever distractions, yeah? You could call in a bomb hoax or something like that, and everybody goes running there, or you could start a fire, and then everyone goes running there to put out the fire, and that lets you create a distraction, a disturbance, and then you can move your contraband. Got it, she says. She understands. A few hours later, you reach your safe house. You hide the crate of guns under some sackcloth in the same cave where you keep the gunpowder. With weapons like these, your loyal men will be transformed into a powerful army, but for now, you have to keep them a secret. Sorry, what did it say there? It said a safe house. A safe house is like a place where the police don't know about, or your ops, yeah, your enemies. They don't know about it, so you can stash stuff there, stash your drugs, stash your weapons, stash your gunpowder, you know what I mean? And it's kind of a secret, hidden place. You return to the print shop at dawn, morning time, tired and aching. Oh, after a sleepless night. Moss is waiting in your office when you arrive. Moss? Who's Moss? Oh, Oliver Moss. This is my boss's right-hand man, yeah. He's with the secret chancellery. Tired, Brante? Well, no rest for the wicked. Sir Philippe wants to meet you in the Archduke's garden in an hour. Don't be late, he ain't in the best of moods. Okay. We often use this expression, no rest for the wicked. It's a kind of funny, idiomatic expression when you're really busy, you know? You're really busy, but like people say, oh yeah, but you're no good, you know? He wants to meet us in an hour. He ain't in the best of moods. He ain't is kind of, I suppose you'd say it's an old way of saying he isn't in the best of moods. He's not happy, yeah? It ain't necessarily so, yeah? It ain't what you do, but the way that you do it, it isn't what you do, you know? You know? Yeah, Bananarama, yeah? He ain't. He isn't. Philippe seldom, if ever, meets with anyone in person. You nod to Moss and send him away, trying to keep your hands from shaking. Okay, I haven't slept all night. I've been moving contraband. Philippe seems to know everything. He is the boss of the secret chancellery, like the secret police. He has eyes and ears everywhere. Now, I've just arrived home, and Oliver Moss, is waiting for me saying, the big cheese, the big boss wants to talk to you. Don't be late. He's not in a good mood. Okay. Sand scrapes beneath your heels. The heels of your shoes. The shade from the trees in the city garden provides barely any respite from the beating sun. There is no one here, so it's really hot. There's no shade. Sir Philip awaits you on a little bench at the far end of a garden path. The advisor is surrounded by, hey, a flock of birds muttering softly. Philippe feeds them tiny scraps of bread from a small loaf, a loaf of bread, yeah? So he's feeding the birds. You take a seat next to him. When Philippe finally speaks to you, you are surprised to hear sincere, friendly warmth in his voice. They said he was in a bad mood. You know, Sean, life has taught me an important lesson. When somebody does their job and does it well, that's worthy of respect. It's a shame that doesn't apply to you. Uh-oh, everybody. Uh-oh. You tamp down the rising panic. You know, you've got the anxiety. You're starting to sweat. Oh my God, what does he know? What's he going to do? You cautiously ask, what have you done to disappoint Sir Philip? What have I done, man? Mayor Egmont tried. Oh, here we go. Mayor Egmont tried to spark an armed uprising right under your nose, you see. His men have been smuggling firearms into the city. Oh, really? Have they? Very bad. I don't know anything about that. Ooh, he was hoping to arm his miners and send them off to demand justice. Were you aware of this, Brante? Well, actually, it's a beautiful day today, isn't it? I know, little birds. Let's feed the birds. I'm trying to distract him. The friendly warmth in his voice is gone. No, you are not, you tell him, trying to keep your voice steady. Not in the slightest. I didn't know anything. Philip seems to believe you. He sneers at your reply. Nyeh. I know you weren't, but it's your job to be, Brante. You are the ringleader of every riot in the city, are you not? You're the boss of the disturbance. But you didn't catch this, Brante. Egmont would have slipped through our fingers if the gendarme hadn't reacted in time. And then the twins alone know what he would have done. Yeah, sorry, boss. But now we own Egmont head to toe thanks to the twins. I interrogated him myself. I questioned him. When he realized what we were accusing him of, he didn't even try to hide it. He gave up all his men as soon as I pressed the issue. He gave them up, meaning he said their names. He gave all the information. He ratted his men. He snitched. They've been smuggling guns here for several months now, all the way from Elyria. They're stashed across the city. Even Egmont doesn't know where they all are. Interesting. It won't be easy for my agents to find them all. Even the crate the smugglers brought here last night has disappeared. So you and the last straw need to keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for it. For those guns. You've got it? You understand me? You need to keep an eye out for something. Yeah, you need to be aware. You avert your gaze and nod. Yes, sir. Egmont will hang as soon as our revolt begins. Don't disappoint me again unless you want to swing. Next to him, Brante, you're only alive as long as you're useful. Now, this is what Sophia said to us, yeah? That Philippe is going to kill us the moment we don't become useful, you know? So maybe we need to kill Philippe. Interesting. He stands up, throws the bread on the ground, and leaves. The birds in front of the bench tear into the loaf, ripping it to pieces as the sound of Philippe's cane, his stick, fades away into the distance. Alright, so what do we got to do? We got to keep our eyes open for guns, yeah? Cold shiver runs down your spine as you watch them. The advisor suspected nothing. But now you have even more questions than before. Mayor Egmont is a bold man. Bold, kind of brave, but smuggling guns into the city, that is too much even for him. Someone must have put the old man up to it, and that someone is almost certainly dangerous. You need to stay on your guard. So what do I think? Right, Egmont is a very rich commoner, a pleb, but he owns like some mines somehow, and so for a commoner he's like super rich, but he's not a noble, so he doesn't have the same rights. I I believe someone must have put the old man up to it. So it wasn't Mayor Egmont's idea. There's someone else behind it. And whoever that is, they must be dangerous. We need to stay on guard. Watch out. Stockpile of arms. The event has happened. Conditions, scheming, stash of gunpowder, seize the guns. You have enough weapons to arm a squad of rebels loyal to me. I have a tooled up militia, everybody. Okay, let's find out. Egmont's arrest. The industrialist was arrested by the secret chancellery. Okay, the page turns. A blank sheet. Deathbed. Deafening silence fills your home. So it's so quiet, it's almost deafening. You are standing by Mother's bedside. So are Father, Gloria, and Nathan. For an entire day, Mother has been feverish, barely conscious. Gloria never leaves her side, not even for a minute. Nathan has even stopped drinking so he can offer your sister his awkward help. Wow, Nathan has stopped drinking, everybody. Mother's health deteriorated greatly over the past year, and the fighting in the family home has dealt a great blow to her. She has been bedridden for a month. So she's bedridden, meaning, she's in bed. She doesn't get out of bed, yeah? You might be sick, you're in bed for a few weeks, so bedridden. You have been to every doctor and folk healer, and no one can help her. They all tell you the same thing. Lady Lydia's life is in the hands of the twins now. If she passes away, she will not come back. So she's on her final death, everyone. Because Granddaddy killed her the last time, didn't he? He did. He burnt my mother alive. This is my grandfather, everyone. Very nice man. Once you get to know him, yeah? He's actually quite nice. But first impressions, yeah, trying to burn the family alive and stuff. You have to go back to a previous stream to see that those shenanigans that he was up to. And so you wait by Mother's bed in sorrow, hoping that she will regain consciousness. There is a long silence that no one has the courage to break. Then at last you hear Nathan's meek voice. Mother, it's me, Nathan. Can you hear me? Mother suddenly rises on her elbows. She looks around, her eyes unseeing, beads of sweat forming on her pale forehead. My son, where are you? Nathan takes Mother by her thin, emaciated hand. She leans closer to look at him, struggling to recognize his face. Stefan, were you playing with your younger brothers in the garden? You must be all dirty. Come here. You may not be my son, but I care for you as though you were my own. Oh, what a nice, happy family we have. A blessing from the twins. Nathan is unsure what to do or what to say, so she's kind of delusional now. She's fevered, she's not in reality, right? Father strokes his wife's hair. His eyes are two orbs of searing, indescribable pain. You're a little confused, Lydia. This is Nathan, and the children are all grown up now, remember? Mother's eyes were bright and alive just now, but the next moment they grow dim again. So she had a moment of clarity there, but now she's gone back. Her head falls weakly back onto the pillow. You're right, my husband. The children grew up, but I was never able to teach them how to live in peace with each other. I let you down, Robert. You made a mistake when you took me into your home. You saved my daughter and me from a life of poverty, and how did I repay you? Gloria cannot take it any more. What are you saying, Mother? Don't you dare blame yourself. You did your best. You did all you could. Father looks away, unable to hold back the deluge of tears. He's starting to cry. Mother's voice, so faint now, calls out to you. And Sean, where is he? With great care, you move closer to Mother. You answer her quietly. You're here, right by her side. God, this is a bit depressing, isn't it? Sean, I'm so happy to know you're here. I always knew greatness awaited you, ever since you were a little boy. What a shame I won't be there to see it. I couldn't save the Brante family. I will face my punishment at my final judgment. But don't worry, my dears. I am ready to stand before the twins. Yeah, and hang out with Gregor, yeah? Who kind of murdered you. My granddaddy. Lydia Brante's voice trails off, no longer a voice, just a final whisper of life. Will you accept your mother's death, or will you find a way to fight for her life? I don't have any choices. No, we have to accept the loss, everybody. Mother is not long for this world. There's nothing you can do about it. Family unity goes down, my willpower. Lydia dies. Robert goes down. Gloria. Why? 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 Why are they all angry with me? Your heart aches and grows numb as you realize the inevitable. There is nothing you can do to help your dying mother. There is nothing that would give her strength. Your family has grown weak from all the spite and strife, the anger that has filled your home. Even now, at mother's deathbed, you can feel the enmity, disappointment, and anger driving your family apart. It's all their fault. Children, accept this humbly. Her voice trails off, her eyes grow dull. Her cold hands release yours, fall onto the bed and grow still. The last emotion on Mother's face is sadness born of exhaustion. Okay, that's a bit sad. A scream of despair rips itself out of Gloria's throat. Okay, so Lydia, my mother, has passed away, I think. We did this to her. We fought so much that we killed her. Me, Stefan, Sean. Hey, don't bring me into it, Gloria. Don't involve me. Nathan yelps with grief. He runs away, howling. Ah! Father slowly sits and takes his late wife's hands in his. His tears flow no more. His eyes stare far into the distance, empty and bleak. Lydia! You mourn her together, but alone. You leave the house to roam the garden, empty and numb. Mother has left this world for the peak of the pillar to face the twins' judgment. She spent all her life preparing for this journey. That's right, because they said that she was very pious. She was quite religious. But now her mortal life has ended. She is no longer here. Never again will she gather her family at the table. Never again will she offer a word of solace in trying times. Never again will she greet you with her quiet, humble smile. Except when we go down to the crypt every year and, Gregor, my grandfather, as a ghost, starts screaming at the family, So maybe we can see her then. You bury your face in your hands. Lydia Brante, your mother, has left this world. Okay, so, Daddy is angry with me. Gloria is angry with me. Nathan is angry with me. And Lydia is dead. She succumbed to illness. Not looking good in the family. Okay, I need to get some willpower points. Mother's demise, mother's death. Your mother lost her fight to the severe illness. She will never return from the hereafter, so she's had her final death. The gilded cage. This event is a consequence of your previous actions. Gloria betrothed. It's kind of an old word for married. Okay, let's do this. Stefan's efforts are about to bear fruit. They're about to be successful. All the arrangements have been taken care of. The negotiations are done. Oh, happy days. Gloria shall marry Sir Jose El Pelletier. It was no easy task to arrange this match between a nobleman and a commoner whose father has rejected her. Every single member of El Pelletier's family did their best to change the young nobleman's mind, but he refused to relent. So he's very strong-willed, he's not listening to anybody. He's not changing direction. He's made his decision and he's sticking to it, yeah? Stefan did his best too. He spent an eternity convincing the groom's family that Gloria has received an excellent education and will make Sir Jose a fine wife. So we're just trying to get rid of her, basically. And so the wedding day has come. The family prepares Gloria for the long journey. The wedding ceremony will be held at a church next to the El Pelletier estate. Because they're nobles, they're rich, right? As tradition demands, no one else is allowed to attend the wedding. Okay. Gloria is completely silent today. She meekly allows the servants to change her into the coarse, humble garments her lot demands she wear before the twins, all without saying a word. So she's very quiet, thoughtful, maybe, introspective. Gloria, say something, I beg of you. This marriage is the best thing the Brante family can do for you. You're about to join a noble bloodline. Because it's all about the bloodlines here with this crowd, yeah? Robert and Stefan. Gloria stares back at Sir Robert, her mother's husband who never became her father. There is bitter sorrow in her gaze. Oh, she's going to blame me next, isn't she? I think it's more likely I'll be added to their family's opulent collection as another exhibit. But still, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you, Sir Robert. You've destroyed the last of my illusions. My fate rests in the hands of my noble masters, and it always will. Ooh. Father responds with a heavy sigh, at a loss for words. You prefer not to intervene. Gloria would rather not speak to you anyway. Just outside the door, you hear the neighing of horses and Stefan's excited voice. Gloria, your groom has arrived. The man who enters Gloria's chambers behind Stefan is Gloria's betrothed. He's the groom, Jose El Pelletier himself. His dignified bearing and thin features of his wistful face betray his noble origins. An elegant earring glints in his ear, a concession to modern high fashion. Ooh, he's a groovy cat. El Pelletier greets the bride's family with a gallant bow and gently kisses the hem of Gloria's dress. The young noble of the sword takes great pains to remain composed, but standing so close to his future wife, he cannot help but let his emotions show. Good sirs, I fell in love with Gloria the moment I laid eyes on her at that fateful party so long ago. So it was love at first sight. If I may, I give you my word that you are giving her to a respected and prosperous home. I give you my word, I promise. And from what Sir Stefan has told me, your family's standing will only benefit if Gloria becomes a member of another family. After all, I am born nobleman with a hereditary title. No scandalous rumors or gossip regarding my wife's origins can ever harm me. And any man who dares to speak a word of slander against Gloria shall face a duel to the true death. So no dissing Gloria, everybody. Well said indeed. A most wonderful outcome for everyone involved. Gloria will want for nothing. I will keep her safe from all the world's troubles, free to write poetry, indulge in entertainment, and serve her husband. Yeah, this is the problem, I think, yeah, for Gloria, the serving bit. Yeah, the poetry's good, entertainment's fine, but yeah, don't think she's going to be too happy about that, really. The enamored noble gazes at Gloria with a tender expression. She hides her eyes behind her unkempt hair. There is a hopeless look about her. The enamored, so he's head over heels in love, you know? It was love at first sight. He saw her across a crowded room at a party, and he has been head over heels in love with her since. So today he's getting married, so he's super happy. Gloria, my love, it is time. Our journey calls. The temple is ready for the ceremony. Very soon we shall announce the sacred intertwining of our destinies to the twins themselves, and then your new home and new life await. I will do as you say, Sir Pelletier, but please allow me to say my goodbyes to the gentlemen who have given me food and shelter. To father, she gives a deep bow full of reverence. The family patriarch remains silent, but tears run down his face. Then your sister embraces Nathan, who came home gloomy and worse for wear even today. He's been kissing the bottle, yeah? He's been kissing the bottle. I'm sorry I drank all night. I couldn't stop. I just can't accept that you won't be at home anymore. She ruffles her young brother's hair and whispers something in his ear. His face brightens, if only a little, and then she bows to Stefan, a bow so impeccable it can only be interpreted as mockery. Alright, so it's so perfect, it's almost a joke. She walks past you scornfully, refusing to recognize your presence with even the slightest gesture. There, I'm sighing heavily, everybody, yeah? So she's giving me the cold shoulder, yeah? The cold shoulder is when you just like, you're annoyed, you're angry with someone, you're pissed off with someone, and you just ignore them, yeah? You just ignore them. You don't even acknowledge their presence, yeah? You just get to give someone the cold shoulder. Oh. Farewell, Sean. I must admit you did a fine job getting me out of the way. I hope it was worth it. You're welcome, Gloria. You remain silent. El Pelletier takes Gloria to his carriage. The driver flicks his whip, and the horse... Jeez, there hasn't been a beating for a while, has there? The driver flicks his whip and the horses take the bride and groom outside the city and to the church to face the twins and the austere ritual that awaits them. Once wed, they will head straight for the groom's estate. Okay, Right, so the bride would be Gloria. So it's the woman in a marriage, a traditional marriage like this. The lady is the bride and the man is the groom, yeah? The bride and groom is how we would say it. We don't say the groom and bride, yeah? It's always the bride and groom. Gloria has left the Brante home for good. Goodbye, Gloria. Farewell. With an expression of great relief, Stefan closes the door. He sits in an armchair by the window, his hand cradling a glass of wine. So he's happy with himself, isn't he, yeah? He's delighted, yeah? At last, we've done a great deed, my brother. We have arranged for the best possible life for Gloria and removed the last obstacle standing between us and the nobility of the sword. So we can get kind of promoted class-wise. Now there is nothing preventing me from putting our family's affairs in order so we can get everything organized. This is my duty as heir to the eldest son. And most importantly, we need to put all of ties to Gloria behind us. She's gone from the Brante home for good. Thank the twins and their mercy. Stefan is over the moon, yeah, that Gloria has left. I guess because he sees himself as winning, he's won this kind of battle he was having with Gloria. What say you, Sean? Okay, that's a very old way. What do you say, Sean? What do you think? You won't stand in my way, will you? Surely you won't deny that our family's affairs are my responsibilities? Now, I can sever all ties with Gloria. She's gone. She's finished. My relationship with Stefan goes up. Reputation goes up, family unity. Or I can maintain. You insist the Brante family must preserve their ties. You accept your brother's right to decide what is best, which means that the family must cut all ties with Gloria. Maintain ties. You insist the Brante family must preserve their ties. Okay, Stefan goes down one. Doesn't matter. My eloquence goes up. Yeah, we're going to go for maintaining family ties. And he's back being angry with me again, and fingers are pointing. Slowly you rise from your seat and shake your head at Stefan's words. Your elder brother glances at you in confusion. What? You assail Stefan's confidence with a long, fervent speech. Gloria lived in his home for so many years. She grew up with you and shared your joys and sorrows. She is your mother's daughter. Cutting all ties with her would be so cowardly and bring disgrace to your name. Gloria may be a child of lowly birth who does not belong to your blood tide, but family ties go beyond mere blood and social standing. How could you even think of erasing erasing her from your memory, as though she never existed? Gloria used to be a permanent fixture in this home, that I cannot deny, but that time has passed. It is blood that unites a family. If there's no blood, there's nothing to talk about. You fold your arms on your chest before offering a reply. No, you aided Stefan and got Gloria to agree to the wedding. You also had a say in your sister's future, and now you must have a say in your family's treatment of her. And you say that the family will remain in touch with Gloria. Stefan needn't fear any harm or dishonor from that. She belongs to another bloodline now. The Brantes are safe from scandal. It's a scandal, it's an outrage, how a gal gets a husband today. Oklahoma there for you, everyone. So be it. We'll stay in touch with Gloria. You're right, she's no threat to us anymore. Yeah, he's backing down. And he's in agreement with me. It's that one. Alright. Now take your glass, Sean. A toast to the future of the Brante family. A toast. That's not what I have for breakfast. It's a toast. Chin chin. Salud. Şerefe. Şerefe, I think in Turkish, yeah? Şerefe. A toast to the future. You clink glasses. You note a hint of bitterness in the flavor of the mulled wine. What? Has he drugged us? He has... So we say... If someone puts like drugs into your drink, it's to spike. You get spiked. Anyway, it's time to get down to business. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's start. Let's begin. I will go to the overseer's residence at once. We are so close to earning an hereditary title. The article is different, wrong there. It should be an hereditary, because I know it's like A-E-I-O-U, yeah, the vowels go with an, but with sound sometimes, yeah. We would say earning an, hang on, am I right? Earning a hereditary title, earning an hereditary title. An hereditary? An, yeah, I'm sure I'm right. It's like we say university, I'm going to an university, although it's a vowel, we don't say an university, we say a university, yeah? A university, it's that sound. There's just like exceptions, yeah? We are close to earning an Earning a hereditary type? I'm completely confused with this now. It's Sunday morning. Anne, I'm pretty sure it's Anne. Ah, grandfather would be so proud of us. You mean Gregor? With that, Stefan leaves you alone. Father has locked himself in his office to brood. Okay, so he's kind of thinking about stuff. He's depressed, maybe he's brooding. Nathan has wandered off somewhere to get drunk. You roam the family home that feels empty, lost in memories. You remember Gloria leading you by the hand through the yard and showing you the shining pillar for the very first time. You remember playing together. You remember the time you and Stefan went looking for her in the Anizotte ruins, and I got stabbed. You remember the quill and paper that were your sister's constant companions. So I'm feeling very sentimental. I'm feeling a bit nostalgic. I'm looking back. Yeah, I'm looking back. I'm remembering my times with my sister. The family remains in touch with the El Pelletiers, stays in contact, and does its best to stay up to date on Gloria's married life. However, your sister rarely, if ever, leaves her husband's opulent estate. Opulent, expensive. Her letters grow shorter and shorter. She writes about how her husband adores her and makes all her wishes come true, but she has fewer and fewer wishes every day. She just wants to be in the basement of a tavern at a poetry recital. That's all she wants to be doing, yeah? You beg Gloria to write poems for you, but she curtly responds that her inspiration is gone. Every day is too much like the last. The only thing that seems to bring her back to life is the odd visit from your family, but you must inevitably leave, and then Gloria goes back to spending days at a time in bed. All right, I think we're going to finish it there. Stefan's at home. Gloria's got married. Jesus, she doesn't seem to be having much of a good time though. Family unity's increased. Family reputation, we're at disgraced level, Jesus. But I, however, am becoming a better speaker. Gloria had become the wife of the noble Sir Pelletier and left for his estate. And yeah, very kind of depressing looking picture here. All right. The mark of dishonor. This event is a consequence of your previous actions. Our reputation is hit zero. The family falls apart. We're going to finish it there, everybody. Okay. What's going on here? Okay, this is my... Alright, this is the destiny that we've done. So, you know, we started... Oh, well. We got the weapons. Alright, good. I think that's enough for today. It's about an hour and a half, isn't it? Yeah. So I hope you're enjoying this. Yeah. So poor Gloria, she doesn't seem very happy, but I didn't really have many choices, you know. So at least, you know, she's kind of rich and she's got everything her heart desires, you know. Not the worst situation to be in. Mother has died, very sad. We found some weapons and some guns, good for revolutions, and we're going to leave it there. So it's Sunday, it's about 12:30 here in Spain. Again, if you've enjoyed that, please press like, it really helps, yeah? And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. I'm pretty busy next week, so I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to do any extra stream. So I think Wednesday will be the next episode of the life and suffering of Sir Brante and putting the language into context, you know. Anyway, it's Sunday. My team Liverpool are playing this afternoon. I'm looking really forward to this. I'm very excited because we're going to win the league. So that's my plan for the afternoon. I hope you're well. Enjoy. If you're watching this on Sunday, if you're watching this live, you know, enjoy your weekend, what's left of it, and I will see you as soon as possible, I hope. Okay? Take care, have fun, and yeah, again, I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.